Back when I was in my early 20s, I had already been a Christian since I was about 13. Anyways, and so it was like a bunch of Christian friends, friends from church. We went to watch a show, like a live show, that the one friend was in, and everything was fine, normal, enjoying it. And out of nowhere, I got this intense attraction towards one of the girls, and it was so strong and so like bizarre. It like went from 0 to 100 out of nowhere, like I say. And it was this intense attraction. Like it was just this urge to hold her hand, to look at her, or it was insane. It was very out of the ordinary. I'd never experienced that before. And so I was like, what is this? I was very confused. Also in my brain processing, the Holy Spirit was helping me. And I was just like, no, God says the same-sex attractions are not his will. And so I refused to move an inch. I didn't move an inch towards holding her hand, but it was intense. And I must have lasted like 5 minutes, which is an eternity. If you can feel that intensity of that urge, it was insane. And so I didn't move close to her. I didn't do anything. I didn't move a muscle, basically. I was just experiencing this intenseness. And then all of a sudden, gone. And I am much older now, and I've never had that experience again. And thinking about it, just processing it, looking back on all the different things, understanding more about God and about the spiritual realm, I truly believe it was a demon that came to see if he could, move me in that direction. And if he did it more stealthily, maybe if he did it little by little, I would have thought it was my own. But it was because it was so intense and out of nowhere that I was just confused. And so like I say, I didn't move on it. And that brings up that verse that says, submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. And that's what I did. I submitted to God. God says this is wrong, so I'm not going to do it. I submitted to God. I resisted the devil. I resisted those urges. I just resisted. And then he fled from me. And like I say, that has not happened again since. So I truly wonder if, all this surge in homosexual relations and that kind of thing, I wonder, do people realize that that initial urge was not from them? It was something they felt, they acted on, and once the demon can see that you act on it, it has that has the right to continue to mess with you until you give over more and more of yourself to that thing. Originally, it wasn't your idea, but if you allowed it, it became your idea, and it's something you allowed in your life. And so for anyone who's struggling with that, anyone who knows someone who's struggling with that, I would really consider, speaking to a deliverance minister, and just even in your own quiet time, just speak to God and apologize for, giving in that first time, allowing yourself to think it was your thought and to give into it. Once you act on that, you give yourself over to be controlled in that way, and if I'd given over just a little bit, in a little way, I'm sure it would have kept pushing until I was all the way over that line in that sin. And so, when you sin, you're basically telling God, you are not my God, and you give yourself over to these things, and then they destroy you.